Welcome to your all-in-one podcast show, where we speak to heal, to teach, to inform, and to educate. Get ready as we dive into today's episode. My name is Britney Fonki. You can call me Fonki Speaks, your favorite host. So over the years, I've always wanted to talk about this. It has been a bug to me. Being a communicator and a spokesperson, I've always wanted to know how the entertainment world works. That is why we had to travel to bring this guest of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, he has an expertise in the field of communication. He has also been a communicator, a corporate communicator presently with a rich knowledge in advertisement. Ladies and gentlemen, help me make welcome Mr. Tabifor King.
Hello, Britney Fonki.
Hello, sir. How are you today?
I'm just good. I'm good.
I see. You look really vibrant.
Thank you very much.
So you wear many hats.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about yourself? Because I think I did not give everything. Can you just tell us a little bit in depth about you?
I'll call myself a corporate builder or a business developer because in my career, I was mostly building companies, especially using communication, using marketing, using advertising. I've dabbled a lot with show business in the course of my work, and currently what I'm doing is much more of consultancies, giving back to young people with brief trainings, and also crafting out business plans for young entrepreneurs.
Wow, that's so in depth.
Yeah.
I remember I met you online.
Yeah.
You spoke so wise that I was like, oh, I need to have this man on my podcast show. And thank God today we have you.
Sure.
You know, Mr. Tabifor King is he's so insightful. I just love the fact that your mind is so rich. And I will never talk to somebody whose mind is not rich. Rich in the term of the context of having so much to offer.
Sure.
Like having so much knowledge, wisdom that you can deliver to people and they'd be like, wow, I learned something.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for honoring my invitation.
The honor is all mine.
Yes. So ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about entertainment and other things. That's why we have him here. As somebody who is in the entertainment space, there's a lot that I really want to talk about. In fact, there's a lot I want to hear. Because I don't want to talk about it, I want to hear from you, because I have many questions about it. So when we hear about the entertainment space, about the entertainment world, there's a lot that comes to mind. And most times it's not positive.
Yeah, I understand.
But why is it like that?
Well,
why is it so?
Well, maybe it's much more because there's a lot that comes to play when entertainment is due. Wherever there is a lot of stakes, of financial stakes, a lot of influential stakes, a lot of political stakes, there's always a lot of fishy things that happens on the background, but not everything is fishy. So
yes, don't go into the fishy things yet.
Yeah.
We'll go into the fishy things. I love the fact that you said, in fact, you demystified into three things. You stepped it down, you broke it down. There is influential.
The influential stakes, that is your capacity to influence others.
And that's why we're going to dwell on.
Yeah.
Yes, let's talk about the influence, because that is what makes the world, the entertainment world, everybody wants to influence another. We want influence, we want to be popular, we want to be famous. Sure. So there is always this quest to want others to see like, wow, he or she is doing something. Yeah. And I want this person. So sir, tell us about this influence that many people are trying to go after. What does it really entail to be influential?
First of all, to be influential, you need to first of all have something to give out to others. You need to be full. You need to be inspired. You need to have experience. You need to have something to give out. Secondly, you need to have a good personality, a strong personality, a built personality. Mostly comes with experience. Mostly comes with exposure. Mostly comes with daring to get to know other human beings. And finally, you need to put yourself in positions where you are heard. You need to put yourself in positions where you are listened to, positions where you have the capacity to create an impact. Those are the main things that makes you to be an influential person.
The part about impact is my focus.
Yes.
Everybody out there, let's look at the TikTokers, let's look at people who are doing movies, people who sing, people who do content creation. Yeah. The impact they are creating.
Yes.
It's always a question for me.
Okay.
Yeah, especially TikTokers. What do you really have to say about that? Because it's already so much for us to like. We're tired. Seeing twerking left, right. This one is half this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too much.
Yeah.
The content creation space, yes, in the entertainment world, the content creation space and the movie industry. You
Yes.
see, and let's not forget the modeling.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yes.
Sure.
Please, I want to ask, as people who are into modeling, right? People who are into modeling, girls or men, whoever goes into modeling, what is the mindset they need to have before going into the modeling world or field?
First of all, you need to check your motive for getting into modeling. Are you getting into modeling because you want to make money? Are you getting into modeling because you want to be famous? Are you getting into modeling because you want to carve out a name for yourself? That motive is the first thing that drives you. Secondly, when you're getting into modeling, you need to be aware that there are dimensions and stages to it. There are early stages, there are middle stages, there are higher stages with different stakes. So while you're going in, you need to first of all do a study before you even start. Stage 1, what is required? Stage 2, what is required? Stage 3, what is required? Can I meet that? Can I be able to stand up to the challenge? Can I be able to give what is required of me? If you can't, I'll advise you not to start. But if you can, then go in for it.
You know, there's always a price to pay for every level you want to get to.
Sure.
It's just like a ladder when you're climbing the ladder. As you step on the first, it's a weight. You need to lift up yourself. It's a weight that you need to carry. So there are always these demands.
Yes.
There's always a price to pay. You know, when we are into the entertainment world, you know, I always hear stories like they asked me to do this for me to be this.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Sure.
See it a lot in the movie industry,
Yes.
in the modeling industry and modeling world.
Yes.
What are some of those things that, I want you to say it. I want you to tell us, like, what are some of those things that they always demand so people can be aware?
Okay. First of all, you need to know that when they talk about show business, it's first of all a show before being a business. So there are things that you have to show that people want to see.
Before you get into the business.
It can be your nudity, it could be the shape of your body, it could be your clean skin, it could be your beautiful face, it could be your eloquent voice. There's something they want you to show, because when people see, they will buy it. That's why it's called show and then business. Now, the thing they're asking you to show, can you show it? If they ask you to show your body, can you show your body? If they ask you to stand nude, can you stand nude? If they ask you to talk for 5 hours, can you talk for those 5 hours? Another thing that they demand from you is your time and your energy. It takes a lot of time and a lot of energy. Unfortunately, the people who are the big guns in this industry, they are into politics. They are into some spiritual stuff. They are into other things. Now, they may have some of those demands at those levels, which is going to be of advantage to their politics, which is going to be of advantage to their spiritual inclinations. Now, you need to know if you can dabble with that. Those are the kinds of things they'll ask you. For example, they could say for political reasons, make a statement about God, or make a statement about another person, or make a statement about a religion.
You're forced.
You're forced to go beyond your own belief system. You beyond your own ethics, beyond your own. There's a word that it's not coming. You have to go beyond that to get what is required from you, or get what you want to gain. So what I'm saying at the end of the day is, do your study before getting into it.
Yeah. Wow. I love how you just ended it so smoothly. You know, this has always been my fear.
Yeah.
I've been into the journalism field.
Yeah.
Yes, I was a journalist. I've also been in the corporate world for a long time.
Yeah.
For a couple of years, let's just say so, as a young person. So one of the challenges I always faced was the demand to do something. Not really, like, mine was not making a statement as a lady.
Yes.
You know, there's always this requirement of a man up there saying, okay, you're beautiful, you're pretty. Can you just take off those pants?
Yeah.
Yes, let's just permit me say that.
Yes.
Can you just take down, let those guards down?
Yes.
And then you know you're going to get to this level.
Yes.
And I found it so problematic, because how are we going to grow with such genuineness, meeting this kind of corrupt people in this space? Should we just pull out? Should we stay there? What do we do?
That's a very tricky question because it's pushing me to get into some spaces which
It's very pushy.
yeah. It's pushing me into some spaces which I don't know might be most appropriate for this podcast.
It is.
Your ethics and your beliefs must stand at the forefront of everything. I don't want to be religious, but the Bible says, what will it profit a man to get the whole world?
And lose his soul.
People think that losing your soul is just go and maybe sign the pact with the devil. No. It's losing your personality. It's losing your mind. It's losing who you are to get what you want. That's actually what it means. So now when you put down that pant, you may become the most renowned journalist. You may become the most listened.
Yes.
But who really are you? Are you Britney Fonki, or you are the lady that put her pants down to become who she became? Now that's you at night with your own self. If you can deal with that, okay, good. That's good for you. But if you can't, you don't. Next, you need to know how to carve your way or go around things. For example, what you're doing now. You were harassed. You found out that social media, which is free, you may not be the top journalist in the country, but you're having a podcast. You went around the system and you created a path for yourself.
That's right.
That is the risk most of our young people need to take today. Create their own path. Because if you have to go through the path of another person, you have to meet up to their exigencies.
You will let those guards down.
Exactly.
Oh my God. I just love how you just simplified everything for us. Let's look for a way. Let's carve out our own niche and just go there. There is broad. Communication is broad. Entertainment is broad.
Yes.
If you cannot work with people, the producers up there asking you, especially with ladies. I've also seen a scenario of a man asking out a man, this homosexual thing.
Yeah.
And he used the reference and said something like, yes, your friend did it. He actually bent that over.
Yeah.
And we had to bend him over for him to have this role.
Yeah.
So what makes you different from him that you can't do it and let us give you what you want? I was like, wow, is this how this space works? You see, and also for models.
Yeah.
And also there's the modeling is a whole word on its own. So I always had this question, like, how do we really navigate our way through? For people who are not aware, how do they navigate their way through? And also, entertainment, what is the mindset people should have when involving themselves or engaging themselves in the entertainment industry?
The entertainment industry is all about pleasing people.
Aye. Wow.
That's the summary word. Pleasing people.
You don't please yourself.
You please yourself last. You please yourself when you have the resources to. Right? For example, to make an average film in Cameroon is like what, 5 million? Now, when you are putting in that 5 million, you need to be able to recoup that money back and make profit. So the film you're making must be able to be the film that people will buy. Now, who are you pleasing at the end of the day? Is it you or the people? You have to please the people first to recoup that money, to be able to make gain, to have enough in the future to make the films that please you. Now, if you have your money, you have the power to make films that please you. They buy, they don't buy, you satisfied yourself. That's where most people are trapped. They don't have the resources to do what pleases them. They don't have the resources to do what they really want to do. So they find themselves trapped in a position where they have to do what is required of them so that profit can be made, so that money can be made. Now, to answer your question on a deeper level, it brings us back to what Martin Luther King used to say, that the reason why evil people keep doing evil is not because the evil people are too strong, but because of the silence of the good people.
Yeah.
Now, we, the good people, are we organized enough to create a system where you can genuinely, out of meritocracy, out of your real talent and your real capacity, be able to do entertainment the way you expect it to be done? That's the real question.
I just love how you marry these two.
Yes.
Mediocrity and excellence.
Yes.
You know, many people go to the world or go to the other side because of excellence.
Yes.
And also it's a call for us, the good people who
Yeah.
want to do something. Why should we allow the good people to go to the other side?
Yeah.
Why don't we organize a structured system where
Yes.
people can just flow in it? Okay, I remember behind the scenes you were telling us about you not getting to rap because of the way the system is and the money. A man of God or whoever cannot just sponsor you. Let me not say a man of God.
Yeah.
Anybody with a good will
Yeah.
cannot just say, all right, we are going to sponsor 5 of your raps or songs.
Yeah.
And when we go to the world or others go to the world, they start questioning them. And
Yeah.
you said they don't have the right to. Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
It's true that saying the right was a little extreme, but the truth is it's something I kind of deplore, actually. You cannot complain about someone's decision, which you think is bad, when you're not creating an alternative they should follow. It doesn't work like that. Take, for example, I'm really hungry and I want to eat, and you don't want me to eat gari and okra, and you're not providing me another thing I can eat, there's a high chance I'll sneak on you and eat that gari and okra.
That's true.
If you're condemning me for walking barefoot in the house, and I really want to walk, and you're not giving me slippers, I will keep walking barefoot. We who want to be on the good side, or the church people, let me use that term, who wants people to keep doing church stuff, should create good structures within the church system where these people can flourish. We need to create organized. Love World is already doing a great job about that. Other churches and other Christian bodies need to do the same thing to make sure that they keep their talents intact, without which the devil keeps snatching. We need to unite ourselves, have an organized systems, or just as I heard from the podcast that was published with the man of God that came in another podcast that we had, he was talking about the fact that the essence is Christ. We need to unite ourselves under the canopy of Christ with the objective of people seeing Christ and not our personal agendas, so that as many more Christians can have an opening where their talents can be manifested.
You're bursting my brain. Like this is what I want. I just love how you keep going in depth and you keep giving us an overview, a greater review about how things work and how things are going to be made. You know, the system here is something that we want it to be well structured. That's our cry. That's the cry of many people. Many people want the system to just come to a point where they can fit in.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, when the church starts saying we don't want rap, you are sending them to the world.
Yeah.
Trust me, you are.
Yeah.
We don't want slow songs. We don't want youths to have a kind of crusade in church. What are you telling them? The world receives them and like, okay, you can flourish here. You have no restrictions. What we want is an organized, well-structured system where we can fit in and just flow.
Exactly.
There are many talents out there. The entertainment world, there are many talents there. In fact, the reason why people go into entertainment is because the talents are more promoted.
Different careers.
Yes, and different careers, and they are more promoted than the way the good or the Christian world will promote it. Yeah. And what we're saying here in a nutshell is that the Christians should start promoting each other. We start promoting our own. Well, we say promote our own. Don't promote things that don't make sense, right?
Yeah, for sure. The fact that I'm Christian doesn't mean I should do something crappy.
Yes, you promote what is good. So, sir, we want to make this podcast really spicy.
Yeah.
Short and very spicy. You have given us something really rich. I really want to leverage on this. You know, like I said, by the end of our program, we're going to ask you something.
Yes.
You ready?
Okay. I hope you're not going to snipe me.
No, I won't.
Sure.
What are some of the values, before we go to that, what are some of the values somebody should uphold when entering into the entertainment world? What are some of the values we should upkeep? Just principal values, like some of the things we should uphold.
The very first thing I will insist on is that you need to be firm.
Yeah, firm.
You need to be firm. You need to brand yourself as a firm person, because people exploit weakness a lot in the entertainment industry. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Be straight, be honest, be straight to the point, be direct. Let every person see clearly what you want. Secondly, you need to be extremely hardworking, because the moment you are relenting, there's somebody that is doubling the effort and you'll be replaced the next minute. So you have to be very hardworking, very consistent and unstoppable. And thirdly, you need to have a very strong mental, because there's a lot that will come at you. There's a lot of agendas in the world today. I don't want to list them. There is a lot of ideologies in the world today. There is a lot of pressure that comes on you. You need to have a thick skin. Things don't easily get through you. And finally, I want to insist on one thing. You need to pick a side. You're either on God's side or on Satan's side. There is no middle ground in the entertainment industry. You have to pick your side, especially when you start climbing the ladder. You pick your side and you stick to it. You follow the principles to the letter. You stick to one side. If you're with the devil, put in all your energy and work with him. If you're with God, you put in all your energy and you work with him.
Mr. Tabifor King is a man of timber caliber, wisdom, knowledge, insights, everything. Like,
Please, I'm blushing on a black face.
I don't know if he's single, but our ladies, Mr. Tabifor King is here. You can ask him questions. Like, go to the comment section and just type, say, are you? So, sir, like, let's go back to the flip side of our question. For you, this is a free moment, right? You tell us, ask the man of God, what is the greatest temptation? And he, for you as a man, what is the kind of thing you look in a woman? You look for in a woman? Like the most hilarious thing. What do you really think? Are you really like, why am I even thinking about this thing? Why should she be like this?
Men of my stage are just looking for a good companion.
What about you?
Yes. Yes, specifically me. I'm looking for a good companion. A good companion is somebody you have fun with, because at the end of the day, the world is too much of war to have another warrior in the house. You know, there's too much stress to come and have another stress in the house. I just want someone with a good sense of humor, somebody who is mature, somebody who just wants to be with me like the way I want to be with them. Nothing complicated.
Nothing complicated. So simple. You know what I was asking, like, you also just passed away. Like, what is that thing that you look in a woman? You say, like, why am I even looking at this thing? Like, it can be her eyes, it could be her nails.
You're talking about physical attributes. Yes. There are many of them, but there's one thing about a lady's eyes that keeps me stuck to them. Because there's a lot your eyes communicate. There's a lot that is communicated through a person's eyes. Well, I think personally, there's a lot a woman communicates through her eyes. I read a lot of things about a woman from her eyes. So the first thing that really keeps me stuck on a woman is her eyes.
You said the eyes, and then you just went straight to give the deeper details of what the eyes should be and everything. I can say the man of insights. Wow, this is a very powerful and lovely session. I just love how insightful it was, how educative and very informative it was, and that's what makes the podcast show. Thank you, Mr. Tabifor King. We had your last words, and people, please follow him. I don't know, it's your Facebook handle, Instagram.
At Tabifor King.
Tabifor King.
Yes.
He is a very phenomenal man. I trust me, you will be so blessed and proud of yourself for following him. So, guys, thank you so much for queuing into the All in One podcast show. It's been a powerful and wonderful journey, and I trust it's going to continuously bring you the vibes, and why not the educative and informative sessions you always want to get. Stay tuned for more. We hope you learned something new that will help you at one point in life. Please do us a favor by sharing this episode with your friends and follow us on all social media platforms as Britney Fonki. From us to you. See you in the next episode. Bye.